Hello! Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna let a random number generator choose how many pages I read for a week. Excited to read this. Just wow. I really recommend this book. We'll start Fourth Wing. The Dead Romantics. I hated this. A couple weeks ago I did a challenge where the amount of times I picked up my phone dictated the amount of pages I read. And basically I'm going to do a number generator this time around. So I've picked 3 books from my October TBR. If you saw my last video, you will have seen my October TBR. So I've picked 3 books from that. I've got Collide, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I actually am, I think I'm like 82%, maybe even more, 87% through Collide. I absolutely have been loving this book. I started it Saturday evening. It is Monday afternoon and I'm 100% finishing this book. Well, I hope so. Absolutely love it. Predicted 5 stars, like genuinely love it. So I've got that and then I've picked 2 others. I've got these 2 because this one is just quite an easy read and I want to get it like done. Because again, if you saw my October TBR, I haven't seen the best things about this book. It might be a favourite of mine, but I've seen like a lot of people saying it's very just, it's very bland. So I've got it and I just want to read it and then kind of have it done. And also I thought this would be a good video to read it in. And then we've got Sally Rooney's new book, which I really want to read. And I thought again, because this is a big book, with my number generator, I'll be able to get it done quite quickly. And then obviously if there's another book, if I read these 2 as well as Collide, I will just pick another book from my TBR. I haven't watched many other people do this. I'm going to do like between 80 and 200 pages. I don't want to do anything less than 80 because I'm like, if I get a day where it's literally just telling me to read for like 15 pages, I will be annoyed. So I'm gonna do random number generator. I feel like 200 is the max and I don't really want to read anything under 80. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. Generate 109. That is great for Monday. That is a great number for day 1. So with Collide, I'm on page 332, 383 pages. So, I've only got 50 pages left of this. I'm gonna do 50 pages of this and then do I start the Pumpkin Spice Cafe or do I get straight onto Intermezzo? I think actually I'm gonna get straight onto this because maybe I read this. I haven't had a hardback in freaking ages, so this is so exciting. Intermezzo, I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce it, is about 2 brothers, Peter and Ivan. Their dad recently passed away. Peter's a lawyer and he has 2 different women like really in his life. His enduring first love, Sylvia, and Naomi, a college student for whom life is just one long joke. Oh, he's in his 30s as well. And then Ivan is 22 and a competitive chess player, socially awkward, a loner, and in the early weeks of his bereavement, Ivan meets Margaret, an older woman emerging from her own turbulent past, and their lives become rapidly and intensely intertwined. For 2 grieving brothers and the people they love, this is a new interlude, a period of desire, despair, and possibility, a chance to find out how much one life might hold itself without breaking. So I'm so excited to read this. So I'm gonna read 50 pages of Collide. Collide is about Summer and Aiden. Summer wants to be a sports psychologist and Aiden is a hockey captain. They basically get pushed together because Summer has to write this like evaluation on athletes and burnout, and Aiden gets himself in some trouble and then is kind of nominated and kind of forced to be Summer's project for her paper. So they end up working together. They kind of despise each other. Summer's got a horrible history with some trauma linked to hockey, and obviously Aiden is the hockey captain, so Balkies. They end up kind of really getting on each other's nerves, but in like a fun way, like bickering, arguing, annoying each other is like what they do best, and obviously they end up developing feelings for each other. I haven't got to the end of the book, but it's very much going to be like they want kind of everything. Like Aiden wants to do hockey full time, Summer wants to go off and do sports psychology. It's giving like, which will they choose? Who's gonna win? Like, he's obsessed with her. Love it. Like I said, I've been eating this book up. This is maybe a 5-star for me. So yeah, I'm gonna read probably the 50 pages now, then I'm gonna go for a walk with my boyfriend, and then today at some point I will read 59 pages of this. Oh, I never forgot to stop screen recording. So Monday's page count is 109 pages, and yeah, I'm excited to do this challenge. If you like book content, please don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you have any sort of book recommendations, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, I'm excited to spend the week with you reading. I am just about to get into bed. As you can tell, I've got my sleepy tea, but I've read 50 pages and I finished Collide. Oh, this is 4.5 stars. The ending was a little bit like very predictable and very happy ending, just straight to the point, very happy, which I'm like, I loved, but also I was like, oh, okay. Like there was no high stakes. There were no stakes at all. So it gets 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed reading it. I really recommend this book. It was such a cute book to read. I've fallen in love with Summer and Aiden. So I really enjoyed this. 4.5 stars. Before bed, I'm gonna start Intermezzo. I need to get to page 59. Oh my god. I just opened the book and it landed on 59. What the heck? That's so creepy. Anyway, I'm gonna read this. I do need to go to sleep pretty soon because I've got to be up at 5 for work and I slept awfully last night. But I'm actually not feeling crazy tired because I literally finished work 20 minutes ago. So I'm not feeling that tired. Also, the reason I've got my hood on is because my hair's so greasy. I know I'm not gonna like the way I look like this, but I'm not gonna like the way I look with my hair down. So we're just going with the lesser of two evils, you know? Girlies, happy Tuesday. My camera's got 16. I thought it said 6%. It's 16. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna read this. I love Sally Rooney so much. I hated this. I did read my pages. I read 59 pages, all well and good. There's a man getting into his car literally in front of me. This is awkward. The writing is so freaking confusing. I wonder if honestly you can see in my clips last night just how confused I was. I was literally sat here like, what on earth is going on? So, because there's no quotation marks for the dialogue, which I struggle with, was like so many thoughts. There was a scene, 2 people are doing the deed, and it was uncomfortable to read. I'm so sad because first of all, this book was £17. Second of all, it's Sally Rooney. I hate it. Like, I don't like DNFing books. I don't like it. I'm just, you know, I want to stay committed to the cause, but there's just absolutely no way. I did not like Ivan, the younger character. I may have obviously gotten into it as I read on. I opened halfway through and it's the fact that there's no quotation marks, which is really just like, I can't get on board with that. I know it's really like picky of me. I can't understand when it's like a couple of times she'll say he says, she says, a couple of other times she won't. So I'm like, wait, is this a thought or is this like what they're saying? So we're just gonna forget about that book. I'm really sorry, but it is day 2. I'm gonna read, I don't know what to read. It is literally the 1st of October today, so I'm feeling like this is just such a classic. It's literally the 1st of October, but also Fourth Wing is also giving vibes, you know, and it's a big old book. Let me see, you know what, if there's a low page count I will do Pumpkin Spice. If there's a high page count I'll do Fourth Wing. I also have a really freaking busy day today. I was meant to have a quiet day today. It is no longer quiet. 164 pages. That's pretty high. I think we'll start Fourth Wing. I know this isn't a new book. I hope like people don't mind that if you've read these books it's like not boring. I hope it's not. I'm about to go get whacked, so wish me luck, but after I'm back I'm gonna read before the rest of the day takes me with it, basically. We're binning into Intermezzo. I don't know, I feel like I'm a really girly girl reader, and the fact that this is not giving girly in the slightest, and it's just really depressing, which I know I'm sure it won't stay that way, but forcing myself to read the 59 pages, you know? Got love struck, went straight to my head. I'm literally 18 pages into Fourth Wing and I'm loving it. This is giving Hogwarts and Hunger Games. Like I said, I'm 18 pages in, so I don't have much clue what's going on, but I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm glad I made the big jump, to be honest, because there is no way I'm gonna read into Mezzo. Daisy's getting here in literally about half an hour, so I'm gonna read, hopefully get to page like at least page 50 at least. I've turned the page down for where I need to get to by the end of today, sorry. I have faith in myself. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I've barely vlogged. It's 4:20. I haven't picked up my book yet today. Yesterday just ran away with me. Today's clearly run away with me too. 164 pages through my book. Absolutely loving it. I don't even know if I said what this book was about. So this book follows Violet Sorrengail. The Sorrengails are basically Violet's mum is, what is she? She's very, very high up. She's like the president of Bagscaith or Bagscaith. Basque War College, and it's got dragons. It's like Hogwarts meets Hunger Games meets Powerless meets Reckless. It is amazing. So Violet was basically brought up to be a scribe, which is like a writer, I'm pretty sure. Everyone just thought, because she's really fragile, really weak, really petite, really just small and not giving fighter vibes, that she would just go into being a scribe, and then she gets elected by her mother to go into Basque. They have like 2-ish months before the threshing. At the threshing, basically the dragons choose their riders. I'm not very good at describing her books, like what happens in the book. I think towards the end of their first year, dragon will bond with them, and the dragons are very unpredictable, obviously live their own lives. They will choose you, and if they don't like you or don't like the look of you, they just incinerate you. Dragons just choose to kill. So basically the college is to gear them up for war and battle and working with their dragons, blah blah blah. Like I said, I'm 164 pages in. I would say there's two main female characters. There's Violet and there's Rhiannon. Rhiannon is just Violet's friend who she met on the parapet. The parapet is their first challenge. They get signed up, they get their packs ready, they get everything ready, and then they walk the parapet. And Rhiannon and Violet become friends because Violet gives Rhiannon one of her boots. And then the two main male characters so far are Dane, who is Violet's best friend from childhood. They have a very like childhood sweetheart, like they love each other but they're not together or anything, they just obviously love each other a lot, that type of relationship. And then there's Xaden, I think, or Aiden. It's Xaden. I don't know, is that Xaden? Aiden? Xaden is basically Violet's main enemy, because basically Xaden's family got killed by Violet's mother, but also Violet's brother got killed by Xaden's family. So there's a big old rift between both of them, and basically Xaden has promised to kill Violet. So that's how far I've got so far. I hope that makes sense. Either way, 164 pages in. Let me find the pages for today. I don't have ages, not gonna lie. We'll see, but let's generate. 115. Okay, I can take that. I can work with that today. 115, this much to read, which is not that bad. And I'm absolutely loving this book. Okay, I'm gonna go read now. I'm very excited. I might actually read on the bed. I'm gonna take my makeup off because my under eyes are burning. I haven't used any new makeup. Nothing's like new, but my under eyes are like so sensitive right now. And I have makeup on, so I'm thinking, I think I should probably just take that off. Good morning. It has been 2 days since I spoke to you. I literally was meant to have the quietest week this week. This week was genuinely meant to be the quietest week maybe of the year. Very quickly turned out to be very busy, one of the busiest weeks. Thursday and Friday I did not read. I didn't even pick up my book. I had no time whatsoever. So it's now Saturday. I'm gonna just carry on the challenge as Thursday today because I want to do this challenge and I want to read my book. I missed my book. 197 pages. Oh. Okay. I mean, I'm not sad about that. I'm on page 302. 302 plus 197. 499. Okay, well, the next chapter is 517. And then tomorrow we'll finish the book. And then we've got Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to finish another book. Because on Thursday, between running around, I ordered Click and Collect The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I read The 7 Year Slip last month. I liked it, but I feel like it was slightly overhyped. So this is about a ghostwriter, Florence Day. I love characters' names. Characters' names are so cute. Florence Day is a ghostwriter and she's meant to be penning supposed to be penning swoon-worthy novels for a famous romance author, but after a bad breakup, Florence no longer believes in love. And then Benji Andor, her editor, refuses to give her an extension on her book deadline. Florence prepares to kiss her career goodbye. When tragedy strikes and Florence has to head home, the last thing she expects to see is a ghost at her front door. Not just any ghost, however, but the stern form of her still very hot yet now unquestionably dead new editor. As sparks fly between them, Florence tells herself she can't be falling for a ghost, even an infuriatingly sexy one. But can Benji help Florence to realise that love isn't dead after all? This is giving Halloween. This will be my next read. I know it's not part of my TBR. Well, it is technically. I reckon I'll finish this tomorrow. Oh, that's so many pages. That's literally so many pages. That's like 250 pages. I'm absolutely loving it, by the way. If you like romantasy or just fantasy or Hogwarts-esque, Hunger Games-esque, 10 out of 10. I don't know if this is better than Powerless. No, it's not quite as good as Powerless, because Powerless, I could honestly hold a like shrine for that book. Anyway, I'm gonna go to work. Wish me luck. I'm so over working this week. Good evening. I'm just getting ready to go out. My book! It's just like taken a turn. I'm literally like over 400 pages in, and what I've been wanting to happen for the entire book has just happened. There's a lot of like a story. I will be buying Iron Flame. I'm not gonna lie, there's kind of nothing I want more than to just go to bed and read more of my book. We don't get that choice apparently. I'm sure I've already said it in this vlog, but if I haven't, if anyone has any book recommendations, as always, leave them in the comments. I just love knowing what other people read. Like watching people on YouTube and watching people on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, like just knowing what they read, I find so entertaining. Because I just love that reading as a hobby is so personal. Like there are millions and billions and thousands and bajillions of books. You don't have to just like one thing. I think it's so cute when like some of us like the same books. And I think it's so cute when some of us introduce each other to new books. Also, if there are any like challenges you want me to do regarding reading, also please let me know. But anyway, I'm gonna go get dressed. Not dressed, ready, because I need to kind of hurry up. Also, please excuse, oh, I didn't even say, I spilt bronzer down myself. So please excuse that when you're watching the time lapse. See you tomorrow when we probably finish, because I've got 17 something pages left, but I want to read it tomorrow when I'm not like rushing through the pages. I really rushed through the pages a little bit today, just because I wanted to make sure I got it done. I love these books. I just love reading. I just love reading. Anyway, see you later. I've got 20 pages left. I was scared. My god, I finished Fourth Wing. Oh my god. I'm not including it in today's page count because I just like, it was the first thing I did this morning. I woke up at 7, having got home at 2. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm awake. And I just read it. If you've read the book, what the heck? That ending was mad. So what did I do first thing when the shops opened? Obviously, I'm really sad because Fourth Wing now doesn't look as cool. Look how beautiful. Just wow. Just wow. There's a lot going on in this book and it's 615 pages. So I will be reading this, but I bought 2 books yesterday and I'm going to tell you about them. So yeah, I went to Asda. They seem cringy, but they're like Halloween themed books. And I'm like, I want some Halloween themed books in my life. So we've got Haunt Your Heart Out by Amber Roberts. And it's about Lex and James. Lex has one rule for dating: no tourists. James is a documentary filmmaker looking into the town's haunted landmarks. She works in a bookshop and he shows up. She can't resist tampering with his research. After all, James's stay is only temporary and her career dreams come first. She did James's wrong. Interesting. But Lex falls for James, and worse, his mission isn't as frivolous as it seems, and her tricks may cost him much more than a spooky documentary. So cute. And then we've got My Vampire Plus One by Jenna Levine. This is about Amelia Collins, who is tired of constant questions about her non-existent dating life. She's going to a wedding and she needs a wedding date. Anyone will do. Coincidentally, Reginald Cleves, funny name, has centuries of experience of being rude, infuriatingly arrogant and a fashion eyesore, which makes him perfect for her purposes. But as Amelia and Reggie practice their fomance and more of Reggie's secrets come to light, Amelia is surprised to find that her first impressions could not have been more wrong, and that Reggie's bark might be worse than his bite. I need to figure out how many pages I'm reading today. That might help me. I'm gonna do it on my iPad because my phone's dead. It's currently 4 o'clock. I'm gonna stick Strictly on, read in the background, because a lot of Strictly I find a little bit boring. 136 pages. Lovely. Easy peasy. So yeah, I'm not gonna count Fourth Wing pages because I can't even remember how many I read. I think about 50. Unless I find this really boring, then I might, you know, count them. Cool, so I need to read to there. has joined because it's so cozy. But because of my bad eyesight, oh wait, everything's slipping. Because of my eyesight, here's my reading light. My sister got me this, life-changing. The second it gets like slightly dark, the words just blur into one and I cannot. I'm on page 4, no, I'm on chapter 4, page 36, 100 pages to read. I have faith. I'm liking it so far. I mean, not much has happened. Florence has just met Benji, and I've got a sleepy tea in hand. So once I start feeling sleepy, I'm gonna go to bed and finish my pages. So I'll probably check in with you in the morning. Good night. Good evening. I'm about to sit and read a big chunk of this. Sleepy tea, water. I'm about to put cafe on. It's crazy that tomorrow is the last day of this challenge. I feel like I've done freaking well, you know. I did realise though, I edited this morning. I was rough cutting the video you're watching, and I realised I had my TBR and literally haven't stayed true to it at all. So, you know, fourth wing took over. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I've got quite a big chunk of this book to read and I've got to be up at 5 AM for work. So I'm going to hunker down basically and read this. I'll give you my thoughts tomorrow. I'm hoping we'll be able to get through the book because I need to get to page 266 and there's 346. So I need to get like just under 100 pages. Oh yeah, I'll easily finish that tomorrow. Easily. Okay, so we will finish that book tomorrow. That is very good. Good evening. It is the last day of this challenge. I am currently watching Bake Off. The ads are on right in front of me, if that's why it's all flashing all over my face. But we're gonna generate the pages. It is 8:20. You'd be so surprised to know I've had a busy day. So unlike me. Haven't read yet today. But this evening I hope to just finish the book. So we're gonna generate 96. That's perfect. 80 pages, almost exactly to read of this. So that is amazing. Basically, I'm just gonna finish this book and then I'll end the vlog. Yeah, today's been a manic day. I'm very, very tired. I slept awfully last night. I almost like just finished a book last night, but you know when you're sleeping so badly, but you're too scared to like turn on your light and get back to like existing because you don't want it to wake you up even further. Like I could not fall asleep last night, but I didn't want to then wake up because I was scared that I was just not gonna be able to fall asleep. And I had work at 6 AM this morning. I'm just gonna read this now while watching Bake Off with the ads, like just potter through the pages. I've really enjoyed this book. The one thing I will say about Ashley Poston is like I find a lot of her books have quite a lot of like filler, under 100 pages to go, and a lot's happened but also like not a lot's happened. It's a very emotional book and I feel very close to the characters. Florence Day is the main character and it follows her point of view and I feel very close to her and I am really enjoying the book. Like it's probably going to be a 4-star read, but it's just like I don't really know what direction this book is going in, and the fact there's only 80 pages left, I'm a bit scared. Like a lot's gone on but also it just feels like not a lot's gone on, but it's also like the Dead Romantics and it follows Florence and Ben. You know, Ben is a ghost, so it's not going to be like riveting, is it? Anyway, Bake Off is back on, so the ads are now over. So I'm gonna just read this like throughout Bake Off and then also just before bed. Let me know if anyone watches Bake Off because that show has a piece of my heart. Like, I love it so much. Good morning, evening, happy last day of this challenge. So I am here to finish off this video and give you my final thoughts. Oh my gosh. So obviously I spoke to you last night and I was like, the story was very cute, but I was just a bit like, is this all it is? Like, what's gonna be the thing of the story? What's gonna be the bit where you're like, like every story has that bit where you're like, oh my gosh, unless it's just a really bad book and the entire time it's just really smooth sailing. I really don't want to spoil this bit because genuinely everyone needs to read this book. So that's all I'm not gonna try and say anything else because the moment when I realised what was going on in this book, when I realised it, like the moment I read it, I was like, oh my days. Like it was like when I finished Fourth Wing, it was a proper jaw to the floor type of moment. This was 5 stars. This honestly, it was one of the best books I read this year. 100%. Like I will be rereading this. I'm not gonna say anything else because I just don't want to even remotely spoil it. Like I want everyone to experience this book the same way I did. Oh, it was amazing. Ashley Poston, I didn't love the 7-year slip. This redeemed everything though. I loved it so much. So yeah, that is the video. This video was a challenge. If anyone has any suggestions for videos, please let me know. I love doing these challenges. I love just reading and having like a goal of pages to read. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Definitely read Fourth Wing and the Dead Romantics and Collide if you haven't already. Please subscribe, follow me over on Goodreads. The link will be in the description. Follow me over on Instagram, it's just Life with Rose. Again, the link will be in the description, and hopefully I will see you again next week. Kisses and hugs. Bye.